The decline of Mullins. Mullins sought solace in whiskey. All right, sought, he looked for. You seek something, you go hunt for it. He sought solace. Solace is consolation. Uh, we seek solace in food, we seek solace in friends. He's sought solace in whiskey, tried to wash away his troubles by drinking. All right, he sought solace in whiskey. Once a highly respected aspirant for the lightweight crown. An aspirant is one who aspires. When you aspire for something, you set that as a goal and you try to reach it. So an aspirant is a person who aspires. For the lightweight crown, that means he wanted to be the champion of the lightweight division. That's small people, light people, not fat like me. He now found himself associating with the dregs of Skid Row. All right, when you make coffee in a coffee pot and your filter doesn't work very well and some of the grounds get down in the bottom, and when it's the person who gets the last cup of coffee or tea, they get those grounds in there, those are the dregs. So it's the stuff at the very bottom. It's the trash, it's the losers in society are on Skid Row. Skid Row was the name of a street or a region in New York City many, many years ago where all of the drunks lived. So any region of a town now where it's noted that people are alcoholics and homeless people, that's called Skid Row. Skid Row. He would work himself into an absolute frenzy in which he would trumpet scurrilous attacks on the champ. All right, a frenzy means frenetic, means madness. You go into a frenzy means you almost get out of control. You get so worked up over something. You've people who lose their temper, that they're in a frenzy. So just running around doing this, touching everything, you're frenetic. You're in a frenzied attack, in which he would trumpet, means speak, he would trumpet, broadcast very loudly, scurrilous attacks on the champ. Scurrilous are attacks words that are intended to hurt. So you hear it on politicians when during a campaign they'll say that's a scurrilous rumor by the other side. So you try to do negative campaigning, negative ads. So you try to twist something that somebody said to make it sound worse than it was. That's a scurrilous attack. You intend to hurt somebody by the way you say it. So it's a scurrilous attack on the champ. The old manager and the judge. One avid fight fan, an avid fight fan is one who is very, very enthusiastic. You see in the stands, the guys that will stand side by side with no shirts on, and they'll have letters painted on their chest, and they make the word up. Or those are avid fans. They will do that even if it's 0 degrees. They will be out there because they're so avid a fan. So one avid fan attributed Mullins' absence, gave credit for, put the blame on. So you say he attributed Mullins' absence to, you always follow attributed with the word to. So he attributed Mullins' absence from the ring to sickness. So you have to attribute something to something else. So it's like an attribution in your writing of your thesis. All right, you quote something from somebody and you put a footnote there to attribute that to the author. You want to give credit to the author. So that's the meaning. That's where it comes from, to attribute. But anything that happens to somebody, you can say we attribute it to his poverty. We attribute it, he has lung cancer because he smoked. So you attribute lung cancer to smoking. Attributed to. Saying that he was, quote, recovering from a bad case of scotch. All right, he's being sarcastic here. So he attributed Mullins' absence from the ring to sickness. He's saying his sickness is not flu or disease, but it's scotch, it's drink, it's alcohol. That's his sickness there. So he's being sarcastic. That's why they wrote it in capital letters. That's being sarcastic. He attributed it to sickness, but the sickness was Scotch whiskey. All right, so solace is comfort, peace, rest, comfort from, an aspirant is one who desires something, who aspires to something. It's more than a candidate. You have candidate here. A candidate is just somebody who says, I'll let people vote for me if they want to. An aspirant is somebody who says, I really want that job. All right, so aspirant versus candidate. Candidate is one among several. Aspirant is one who really, really wants it. Dregs, the bottom of the pot, worthless, waste, trash. Frenzy is a frantic outburst, frenzy of activity, doing all kinds of activity things, most of which is meaningless. They said people who are bipolar, when they get on the positive side, they run around and may order stuff, all kinds of packages, not even caring about what it is they order. They're in a frenzy. It's like dogs. A pack of dogs will get in a frenzy, and they'll start fighting even among themselves. And scurrilous, using indecent language, or it's bad words meant to hurt somebody else, intended to do that.